Welcome to the game store, and welcome to my Nintendo Switch collection video. So I have been collecting video games since I was about 10 years old, and specifically I've been collecting for Switch since the console came out in 2017. So I'm very strategic with my collecting. I collect consoles from my childhood, and some of my collections are completed and some I'm still working on. So I mainly buy games, of course, that I want to play, games that are meaningful to me, or games that I just want in the collection. So some of those games would be limited run games, games that may be sold very poorly, or games that just aren't sold at major retailers anymore. I think that Switch has over 5,000 games now, which is crazy. So I always tell people, if you are not a gamer and want to try something out, you'll definitely find something that you like with a Switch. So I have all of the current games that I own, and I sorted it into open games and then sealed games. And then at the end I figured I would tell you all the games that I am currently on the hunt for. So let's get started. So I think I sorted these ones first. Let me just see. Yeah, so these are all of my open Mario games. So we'll start with those. And the first one up is Super Mario RPG, which just came out recently. And this game is on the Super Nintendo, and it's a game I played when I was a kid, so I was really excited when I saw they were bringing this to Switch. I'm actually in the middle of the game right now. I have not completed it, but I'm very happy with it. Of course, the graphics are completely different than how I remember, so it makes it even better to see it look fresh and new. And no manual in here, but there is some nice artwork. This is actually the map in the game. And I know not many of these games will have descriptions on the back, but this one just says, when the stars fall, Mario fights on. A giant sword has split the sky, and Mario can't save the day alone. And that's it. I kind of wish Switch games had some more manuals and details, but it is what it is. So yeah, I definitely recommend this. Even if you're not an RPG fan, I feel like you might like this. Next up, Paper Mario, the Origami King. I think I may have mentioned this in other videos, but I actually did not finish this game. I did not like this game at all. The battle system was just so strange to me, and it kind of just ruined the game for me. I wasn't enjoying it at all, so I quit. But of course it did have the usual Paper Mario style dialogue, so that made it cute. But yeah, I couldn't finish this. And next is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This one is a little bit dusty. So Super Smash, one of those games I used to play a lot with my siblings growing up. But it is so fun to play with family, friends. I think you can play up to 8 people at one time. So I think that is really, really cool, especially for a game night. So a great game to have. and tons of characters to play as. And I haven't played this one for a really long time, but I think I remember the final boss being pretty challenging, for me at least. Next up is Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I played a little bit of this game, did not complete it, it's just not my style of game. Here's the front. So yeah, you can play 1 to 2 players on this. So definitely a good option for a co-op game. And this comes with just one little insert for a limited edition pixel pack. Never did that. So another Mario game. And this is definitely my favorite Mario Switch game so far. And that's Super Mario Odyssey. So this game is so much fun, in my opinion. And if you played Mario Galaxy, I would say it's obviously very similar to those games. Graphics are really cool. It's just a really fun game. Even if you're not a Mario fan, I feel like you can have fun with this. You travel to different worlds that you can explore and obviously collect things. And I just think it's really unique. Some of the levels and some of the things that they did, it made it really fun. So for sure, a must-have Switch game. Mario Wonder is next, and I am currently also playing this game. This one is kind of new as well. I think it came out last month, or maybe a few months ago. But it is 1 to 4 players, and I just think the graphics are really cool. It's just a different kind of twist on the classic Mario game. And I don't see any good photos to show you, but it's just very colorful and honestly a pretty game. And lots of fun if you're into the classic Mario games. Yoshi's Crafted World, another really fun one. And this one might look like it's for kids if you just look at the cover, but I had a lot of fun. And I love Yoshi. I think he's super cute. It just says a new Yoshi adventure unfolds. Discover hidden secrets in handcrafted levels. Get so dusty. At least they're not black though. Any of my black games, of course, they get so dusty quickly. Okay. Kirby Star Allies I have not played yet. It says turn foes into friends with a little heart and a whole lot of Kirby. So yeah, the Star Allies game, I don't know if I've heard much about it. But I will probably play it eventually. Looks like we have a little bit of artwork inside. And 1 to 4 players can play this game. So again, another good game for a game night. Now, Luigi's Mansion 3, one of my favorite games. And this case is super dirty. I don't even know how it got this dirty. But I've played this a few times now. I love it. And let's see if the inside has anything. No, just a little bit of artwork. But you are trying to find Mario in this game. And you're in a mansion that is, of course, haunted. And you play with Gooigi, the goo version of yourself. And I just love the art in this game. I think it's really cool. The levels are fun. Some are really challenging. And this was on GameCube. I don't know if it was on any other systems, but I know for sure GameCube. It says a relaxing hotel getaway. What could possibly go wrong? So I think it's really cool. And the one character in it, he has like this technology that he uses. And it's based off of the Virtual Boy. So I think that was a cool tie-in. And then I also have just this steelbook. So I can keep the game in here if I want. And it's just a metal case. And I got this since it's one of my favorite games. And I also love this because it glows in the dark. So around October, Halloween time, I like to have it on my shelf just for fun. And then the last Mario type game is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And I did play this. And actually, I just realized you can choose what cover you want. So it is reversible. That's pretty cool. And this is just your typical Donkey Kong game. But the graphics are amazing. And it's a lot of fun, sometimes stressful for me. I was never good at Donkey Kong games. But so much fun. And of course, you can play with somebody else as well in this game. One of my favorites, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and there is also a Let's Go Eevee. When this game was coming out, I was so excited. It's basically a remake of the Game Boy Pokemon games, the classic ones that I grew up on, so like Red, Yellow, and Blue. And I love this game. I'm actually probably going to replay it soon. It's a must-have for Pokemon fans. And I just think it was really well done. There's a cool map on the inside. But yeah, being a Pokemon fan, I had to have this. And I loved it. And then Sword and Shield. So I played Sword and then half of Shield. And I actually really did like these too. I don't know every single Pokemon in these games, I'll be honest, since I grew up on the original ones, but I still had a lot of fun, and it was really fun to learn about some of the Pokemon. So, a map in this. Just says a wild and new adventure. With Pokemon, you can battle to be the best. So really cool gym leaders, cool Pokemon. Again, it was a different experience for me to learn about some Pokemon I am not familiar with. So lots of fun. And now a few Zelda games. So starting off with a game I did not like in the past, but I actually did enjoy it for Switch, is Skyward Sword HD. So in the previous versions of this game, I just felt like it was really hard to use the controls, but I think they made it much better in the Switch version. It still takes a little bit of time to get used to, but it's not as bad. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one, and I think it's worth trying out. Even if you did not enjoy the original Skyward Sword. So, good game. Link's Awakening, a short but cute game. And I love the artwork. Again, they did a really good job remaking this. Far from Hyrule with no way home, a shipwrecked Link finds himself on the strange and wondrous island of Koholint. Only by exploring caves and shrines for clues to the island's mysteries can he make his escape. So yeah, I had played this in the past, but I thought it was very good on Switch. Definitely worth picking up. And last but not least, for Zelda, we have Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And I will say, I played many more hours in this game than this game so far. So, Breath of the Wild, let me start with that. An amazing game. Even if you are not a Zelda fan, have never played a game in the Zelda franchise, I think you can pick this up and enjoy it if you like open world games. So there is a lot to do in this game, but just like any open world game, you can play however you want. So you can follow the main story, you can do all side quests, it's really up to you. If you decide to kind of play it in an easy way, I think it can be very relaxing, which is nice. And definitely very ASMR-like at times with the music and the ambiance. So here's the back. And yeah, I 100% recommend this. It's one of my favorite Switch games and one of my favorite Zelda games. And then Tears of the Kingdom is the sequel that came out last year. I love the colors on the front. The turquoise, the white, the blue, it's really pretty. Same type of open world feel. So obviously if you enjoy the first one, definitely check out the second one. And a lot of new features, a lot of new things you can do. The only reason I haven't completed this is because I started to feel like I was playing Breath of the Wild again and just got bored, to be honest. I'm really a fan of the original Zelda games. I think that's what the problem is. So, I'll leave it at that. But let's move on to random games. So, Monster Hunter Rise. And this game I cannot get into either. So let me know if you have any advice. I feel like every time I pick it up, I just can't get into it. So let me know again if you have any advice. And next up is Lego Harry Potter. So this game does cover all years that Harry is at Hogwarts. And I really did like this game. If you're a fan of the books, you will. That reminds me, I have not played the open world Hogwarts game yet. Let me know if you have. been on my list for a while, but I just haven't purchased it yet. So yeah, good one if you like Harry Potter. And a better one, in my opinion, is Star Wars Lego, the Skywalker Saga. So this does include all movies, which is really, really neat. So you play in order, starting with A New Hope, and then you just play through all of the movies, which is amazing. I think they did a really good job with the dialogue, just making you feel like you're immersed in every single movie, every single planet. It's really cool. And a must-have for Star Wars fans, for sure. Now, Spyro. I played Spyro on PlayStation when I was a kid over and over and over again. So of course I had to play this when it came out. So it's the original 3 games remastered, which is amazing. Putting this in and seeing the graphics and replaying just made me so happy and nostalgic. I just thought he was so cute, and I loved collecting everything, all the crystals, when I was a kid. And yeah, I'm a big Spyro fan. And another nostalgic game for me that I played on PlayStation, Crash Bandicoot. This is a classic for me, and this includes 3 games in one. Crash Bandicoot, Crash 2, and Crash Warped. So I played these games when I was a kid. I don't even know how many times, probably more than Spyro. I loved Crash Bandicoot. So again, of course, I was so excited when this came out. And the graphics are amazing. Just so amazing compared to the original games. But I just love the challenge. I mean, so many of the levels were challenging, and they still are for me today. So, really, really fun game. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. So I really, really like this game. I didn't know much about Ni no Kuni, besides that I knew a lot of people raved about this game. So I picked it up and I loved it. I really loved it because of the story. So it's an amazing fantasy story, like I said, and the graphics are beautiful. The artwork and the music is done by one of my favorite Japanese animation studios. So if you are into stuff like that, you will like this for sure. And yeah, I highly recommend it. And then Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. I definitely had to have this in my collection. So it's the original 2 Tony Hawk games remastered. I think just about everybody I know played at least one of the Tony Hawk games. And I always loved them. I thought they were so fun. So I think it is really, really cool to have if it's nostalgic to you. Or even if you never played a Tony Hawk game, it's still really fun. And then another nostalgic game, Doom. I had to have Doom in my collection. And this is the game I play when I am super stressed out and need to take out any frustrations I have. So this was really cool to play, and of course the graphics are amazing. Highly recommended for a Switch collection for sure. And then Doom Eternal. So Doom Eternal actually didn't have a physical game cartridge. So I don't have it in here. It's downloaded on my Switch. But I was able to find this on eBay. It's just a display copy from GameStop, I think. So I just wanted to have it for my collection. But Doom Eternal was also amazing. So Dark Souls is next. Dark Souls Remastered. Now I know not everybody is a fan of Dark Souls because obviously they are challenging. So you really have to be up to fighting really challenging bosses, getting frustrated, and likely wanting to quit playing the game many, many times. But I think it's totally worth it. It's one of those things where you kind of learn how to play the game and then you just become addicted. And so that's why I also love Elden Ring, which I play on Xbox. And that's another game I definitely recommend too. So, Dark Souls is a great game. Now I have Minecraft, but I honestly haven't spent much time playing. I don't know why, because I feel like it would really relax me. But I just have it because it's a classic, and I hope to play it more someday. Hollow Knight is next, and I highly recommend this game. Here's the cover. Let me see if there's a description. Brave the depths of a forgotten kingdom. Forge your own path in Hollow Knight. Epic action and adventure through a vast ruined kingdom of insects and heroes. Explore twisted caverns, battle-tainted creatures, and befriend bizarre bugs, all in a classic hand-drawn style. So, the graphics are amazing. It's a beautiful game. I just think it's very unique. And here's another one where you can change the artwork if you want. But it's a 2D kind of action adventure game. It does come with this little instruction manual, which makes me so happy. I wish every game had this. So let's see. Yeah, there's a little how to play page. And then your moves. A lot of different things. Then I can't remember what this is. Oh, this is the map in the game. So that's pretty cool too. Could be a nice piece of artwork. But yeah, this game is really good, challenging at times. And the second game is coming out, I believe, this year. And that is called Silksong. So, for sure, check this out. And then another type of platform adventure game, Ori and the Blind Forest, and then Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Beautiful, beautiful games. And must-plays, in my opinion. The music is beautiful. The story is beautiful. This one comes with a soundtrack download. Then it looks like some postcards. And then the first game, same thing, soundtrack download and postcards. So the first one is The Blind Forest. The second is Will of the Wisps. Skyrim, one of my favorite games of all time. So I think I could play this for the rest of my life and probably never get bored. So this is not just a Switch game, this is on other consoles. It's been around for several years now. And it is just an amazing open world fantasy game. If you love dragons, if you love fantasy, play this game. So much to do. You can replay it so many times and not get bored. It's just so well done. Dragons long lost to the passages of the Elder Scrolls have returned, and the future of Skyrim hangs in the balance. As Dragonborn, the prophesized hero born with the power of the voice, you are the only one who can stand amongst them. And it's the winner of more than 200 Game of the Year awards. So yeah, pick this up if you haven't played it yet. Like I said, it's been around for a while. It's one of the Elder Scrolls games. And it's funny, I have not played Oblivion yet, but it is on my list for this year. That's not on Switch, but let me know if you've played Oblivion in the comments. I'm just curious what you think about it compared to Skyrim. Alright, so Starlink Battle for Atlas. In this game, you play as Fox McCloud, of course. This is a Star Fox game. And it actually came with this, the R-Wing. So you can put your controller into it and play this way if you'd like. I'm actually going to dust it because it's really, really bad. But yeah, if you are a Star Fox fan, for sure play this game. Guess let's go to Animal Crossing. So Animal Crossing is an amazing game. Definitely relaxing. One of those games you can pick up and play really anytime you want and just have fun. So let me show you, there is some artwork in here. I played this for over 200 hours. I know a lot of people played for way more than that. It's just so much fun. And even if you never played an Animal Crossing game on other consoles in the past, this version, New Horizons, is a really good one to pick up and check out. You can really build your own world on the island that you live on. You have lots of neighbors that you get to build relationships with, and it's just really cute and, again, relaxing. And next, The Witcher. This game I played many, many, many hours. I love The Witcher books. I read all of them a long time ago, and then I played the game, and I must say, it is very good. So there he is, Geralt. This is an open world game, and it is just so good. Really good story, really good world. I just think it's well worth playing on Switch or whatever console you play it on. And even if you don't know the Witcher story at all, definitely still worth picking up and checking out. It's one of my favorites for Switch, 100%. And now I have the BioShock collection on Switch, although I grew up playing them on Xbox. I did play this for a bit on Switch though. I love BioShock, one of my favorite games of all time. So I was thrilled that they were bringing all 3 games to Switch. So it includes BioShock 1, BioShock 2, and then BioShock Infinite. So it's a dystopian first-person shooter game. There's nothing in this. I thought maybe it would be some kind of how to play the game, but it's just a warranty. So yeah, the story is so good. I love it. I love all 3 games. I think the first one is probably my favorite. Although after replaying the second one recently, I really enjoyed that one too. So I don't know, I like all of them. Really great game. But yeah, I can't stress it enough. Play these games. And now my last open game is definitely one of my favorites. Spiritfarer. This game is beautiful. Not just the graphics, but the gameplay, the stories, the characters. Let me read the back. Spiritfarer is a cozy management game about dying. As ferrymaster to the deceased, build a boat to explore the world, care for your spirit friends, and guide them across mystical seas to finally release them into the afterlife. So all I'm going to say, because I don't want to ruin it, is it is 100% worth playing on Switch. Comes with some stickers of the people, or the animals I should say, that you'll meet in the game. It's a very relaxing game, very heartwarming, very moving. Digital code, and then some postcards. I think it is rated one of the best Switch games, actually. So it's not just me. It is beautiful. Now I do have several digital downloads as well. I'm trying to think which ones I'd recommend. I really couldn't get into Disney Dreamlight Valley. I have a lot of farming sims downloaded that I couldn't really get into. I used to love those types of games, but not so much anymore. One game I really liked was Strange Horticulture. So if you're looking for a short game, I think it was only about 5 hours long, but well worth it. Very relaxing. And it's actually raining in the background during a lot of the game, so it just makes it even more cozy to play. So check that out, Strange Horticulture. Alright, now on to sealed games. So these are all games that I will not be opening. They are staying sealed in my collection. Some of them I have played digitally, and then for any that I haven't played yet but I want to play, I'll just have to purchase another copy eventually. So starting off, Super Mario Party, which I obviously had to have for the collection. And I've played this at a friend's house, and of course, loved it. So obviously a really good one to have, especially if you want another game to play for a game night with family or friends. Next is Mario Party Superstars, and I have not played this one. So this says 4-player fun with 100 mini games. Jump into Mario Party at its best as classic boards and mini games get a modern spin. So yeah, I think it's just similar to every Mario Party game with some more fun mini games. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So I have played this before, and it is super fun. And a must-have for sure for a Switch collection. There's a lot of really cool tracks that you can race on. Obviously, so many good characters. And let's see, new faces to race with. New and improved battle mode. and 1 to 4 players. And let me just double check. It's 1 to 4 for all 3 of these games. And now Mario Strikers Battle League. So I did not play this game. I'm not really into sports themed games, but I did hear it was fun. And this was on GameCube. So I did play that one in the past. And there are 1 to 8 players. So another good one to play with friends. And perfect, again, for a game night. A lot of good games on Switch for fun game nights. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I have not played, so I can't say much about it. But it looks super cute. 1 to 2 players. What does it say on the front? Featuring new courses based on Super Mario Odyssey. So maybe I will play this someday. And for any of these games that I say that I haven't played, let me know in the comments if you played them and enjoyed them. Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. This is a 1 to 4 person game. And have not played it. It says run, climb, and claw your way to the goal pole. So then I have some stickers that came with Super Mario 3D All-Stars. And I never opened this game because I played the 3 games included on other consoles. So Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. So if you never played these 3 games, definitely suggest picking this up. You can also play a lot of the retro games on Switch. So if you wanted to just play this one, you could. But I really like Super Mario Galaxy. And Super Mario 64 is a classic. And Sunshine is really good too. So if you wanted to play 3 of the classics, this is a good way to do it. And then I just have Mario Odyssey sealed because it's one of my favorites. Danganronpa, hopefully I'm saying that right, is just a game I wanted to collect. So I'll say that a lot of times. A lot of these games, again, I purchased for specific reasons that I mentioned earlier in the video. But Danganronpa Decadence is one of those games that I just wanted in the collection. And this is 4 games in 1. This is only a 1-player game. But yeah, never played this, so can't say much about it. Now this game, Catherine Fullbody, I am again just collecting. So this is a more mature game. And let's see. This mature action and adventure puzzler delves into relationships and the difficult choices we make. So this is a puzzle game. It's actually really challenging. I have played it, and it's a 1 to 2 player game. And it's also a remake, I believe. Persona 5. Another one that I added to the collection. And then Fire Emblem games. emblems. So I have Fire Emblem Warriors, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, Fire Emblem Engage, and Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I've played Fire Emblem games a long time ago. I'm just not interested in playing now, which is why I just decided to keep these sealed for a collection, but maybe I'll get into them eventually again. And next up is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So I got the double pack, and I think when I bought it, it was a little bit cheaper to go with this pack versus buying them individually. So always check out the prices when you are looking to buy games. So yeah, I'll be excited to play these someday soon. Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. So I haven't played this, but I was a Ninja Turtle fan growing up, so I wanted to have it for the collection. And it looks like a lot of fun. So I will play this eventually. And then Link's Awakening, which I already talked about. Just wanted this one sealed. A Zelda game I have not played, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. So I will play this eventually. Just again, too many games on my list. Skyward Sword, which I already talked about. And Breath of the Wild again. So Life is Strange. This is a 2-in-1 remastered game, which I'm definitely going to play eventually. I've heard really good things about it. But it is just a game I want to collect. I'm trying to collect a lot of Square Enix games. So this is one of them. And Kingdom Hearts is another one I wanted to collect. This is Melody of Memory, Square Enix game again. Live Alive is another Square Enix game, and it is definitely rated one of the top Switch games, so I do plan on playing it eventually. It's a JRPG remake, I believe. Fight to survive in the ancient past, infiltrate a castle in Edo, Japan, unravel a mystery in the far-flung future, and more in this HD 2D reimagining of a hidden RPG classic. Harvestella is a farming sim. A Life and Death for All Seasons, Square Enix presents Harvestella, a brand new lifestyle simulation RPG. So I'll definitely play this someday. Just haven't gotten to it yet. As you can see, I have a lot less time than I used to. There's too many games to play. Next up is Death's Door. And I did play this game, digital download, and it's really good. Kind of reminded me of a Zelda game. So the music and graphics, really good. And the dialogue was also funny. But it reminded me of Zelda because there's a lot of puzzles and dungeons. So definitely check this one out. Tales of Symphonia Remastered. So I did play the original, which is why I wanted the remastered version. This is a classic JRPG game. Indivisible is an action RPG platformer game that's on my list. And this is just another one that I wanted to collect. And same thing for Tormented Souls, just one I wanted to collect. And this is a survival horror game. Now the last group of games. So I'll start with Cult of the Lamb. And I did play this game. So it's kind of a creepy, funny game. It has a really cool art style, which is one thing I loved about it. I know a lot of people really do enjoy it, so I recommend it. It's very unique. So, good one to pick up. Now, one of my all-time favorite games, Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is a masterpiece, in my opinion. Look up the story of the developer on YouTube. It's a really cool story. It took him a really long time to create this game. And it's just so well done. It's a farming game. And I think I answered this in one of my Q&As, but if I could live in any video game world, I think I would choose living on my Stardew Valley farm. I love this game. Super Bomberman is just one that I have for the collection. But I've heard it's a really good game. And then Harvest Moon, A Light of Hope. So I actually have this because it's a not so great game. So again, I like to collect games too that don't sell very well or are not popular. So this was one of them. Quake. I have this because it's a classic game, and it really opened the door for first-person shooter games. Let's just see what it says on the back. Yeah, it actually says that on the back. Inspire today's retro-style first-person shooter games. So this is a limited run game, and I wanted to make sure I had it. Unravel 2. So this is a really, really fun game. Really fun co-op game. And I highly recommend it. So much fun. I think it's one of my favorite co-op games alongside It Takes Two. So, great, great game. And now, Gris is another one of my favorite games. So this has a slipcover, and it's really pretty, as you can see. So this is a really emotional game, but a beautiful game. It's about loss and grief. And the art, the animation is absolutely beautiful. Here's the cover of the actual game. So a lot of people say it's a masterpiece, and I would agree. So if you ever get a chance to play this game, I for sure recommend it. Now, Diablo Eternal Collection, just to have. I've never played this game. Animal Crossing, again, just wanted sealed. And then Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I have not played yet, but I will play one of them at least, eventually. I don't know which one I'll play though. I did play one of them on DS, I can't remember which one. So I will eventually play these remakes. Show you the back. And then Arceus I have not played because everybody I talked to did not enjoy it. So I guess I'm kind of afraid to play it. I just don't want to not enjoy a Pokemon game, I guess. But it seems like it would be really cool. Action meets RPG in a new kind of Pokemon adventure. So I don't know. Let me know if you played it and what your opinion is. And next is Metroid Prime Remastered. So a classic game remastered. And then last but not least, Night in the Woods, which is another limited run game and a fantastic game. Highly, highly recommend. And it's a story-driven game, so I really like that. It's a cool art style too. Another just emotional game, like I said. A special one. So for sure, check out Night in the Woods. So last but not least, figured I would share my list of games that I'm currently on the hunt for. So some of them are mainstream titles I just haven't picked up yet, and others are ones that I just won the collection. So let me know if you played any of these games and recommend them. So Pokemon Snap, which I have played in the past, but I just want to play the Switch version. Mario Golf, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Metroid Dread, Nintendo Switch Sports, Panzer Dragoon, a remake, so I definitely want that. Hollow Knight Silksong, Mario Tennis Aces, Sonic Superstars, WarioWare Get It Together, Hades, Trials of Mana, Collection of Mana, Triangle Strategy, Octopath Traveler 1 and 2, Mighty Goose, Celeste, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, of course, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Pikmin, Oxenfree, Dragon Quest XI, Okami HD, Xenoblade Chronicles, and Princess Peach Showtime. So I know that's a lot, but I've been collecting these games I just showed you for many years now, and that's just a list of games that I'll be collecting for many years to come. And I would recommend, if you are trying to collect for Switch or for any console, definitely track the prices. So I do that every single day. track prices on different websites, which I can link, and I try to see when they're at their lowest price and snag them then. So it's something that's really fun in my day-to-day. I love video games, I love collecting them, something I'm really passionate about, and hopefully someday I'll be able to hand down my collections to somebody else. So lastly, just wanted to ask for your help. If there's any favorite Switch games you have that I do not have in my collection, ones you would recommend, please comment below. I'm always looking for recommendations of games to play, games to collect, so let me know. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing my collection, and I'll see you again in the next video.